You see yourself?
Hey, Mama, Mama.
Can I do my intro?
No.
No. Hello and welcome to another video from me, Danielle. Today I'm going to be talking about how to get a remote job as a mom. It's not as hard as you might think. There are plenty of remote options out there. I have gotten multiple jobs now remotely as a mom, and I think I have a few tips for you to help you on your job search. Honestly, there's nothing better than getting to work from home and seeing your kids grow up, as you also can bring an income in for your family. Just give you a little bit of background. I have been a work from home mom for 3 years this December. I have worked as a marketing manager, then a VP of marketing, and now I'm actually CMO of a company. Remotely I work. I also kind of COO. It's a demanding job and I love it. It's right up in my field, the real estate passive investing world, and it's honestly a dream job, and I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to work that dream job while also getting to take care of my kids. It's honestly just been amazing, and I'm so grateful to have that opportunity. And I want other people to get to have that opportunity as well. Right, James?
And that's it too. I bet also.
First tip when trying to get a job remotely as a mom: go to Indeed, go to LinkedIn, and just start applying. It doesn't matter if you don't think you necessarily have the experience. If you have a resume that is well written, you have a resume that shows that you have done maybe a variety of work where you have been very independent and can work independently without much direction, and you just have general skills that maybe can apply to the job, put your application in there and see what happens. You never know. I mean, I've applied for jobs that I was just like, okay, well, we'll see what happens here. I don't know if I'm exactly 100% qualified for it, but I applied and got the jobs. I've actually held 2 remote jobs. One of them I applied for a few days after I had my first son. The other one I applied for a month after I had my second. I got those jobs, and I actually was so good with the companies that I still work for both of them from home. So it worked out well for me, and trust me, if you take some of these tips, I hope that it really works out for you, because there's nothing better than being at home with my sons. Apply for jobs that maybe you don't think you're qualified for, or your skill sets don't exactly match up, because you never know what a hirer is actually looking for. Sometimes it's more based off of your skills, your personality, and like what you could apply your past job experiences to in this new position, not necessarily what you know technical skill wise. So put yourself out there, you never know what's gonna happen. Tip number 2, while you're looking for jobs, search for jobs in the startup world. So companies that are brand new, starting out, a lot of times don't have an office. They're looking for people who are willing to work from home and put, maybe some long hours in, but those hours are going to equal something that really can make a company big and successful. My first company was for a startup that'd been around a little bit, but they hadn't put any money into their marketing. They needed someone who really could do digital ads for them, get their social media presence up. So I said, okay, that's me. I'll apply for this job. So I applied for it, interviewed, got the job. Within a week, I knew I had it, and it changed my life. But that company exploded once they added that one role, which was my role as a marketer. I mean, I'd like to say, yeah, I'm great, and yeah, this is why it happened. But honestly, it just has to do with adding that one position in also helped them out. So when you're looking at startups, when those jobs are up there, they're really just looking for someone who can put the time in, is very dedicated and passionate about the work, and will have results. And a lot of times I've noticed with the 2 companies that I work for that were, again, not necessarily startups, they've been around a while, but just hadn't put that marketing time in, is they like the family aspects. Now, they're family-focused companies, both the companies I work for, but a lot of startups are, because the reason why a lot of people start new businesses is because they want more time with their family, and they want that power to control their lives so they can make that life that they want. So definitely in your interview, don't hesitate to say that you're a mom, you want to stay at home, and you want to be able to have this flexibility in your position. One of the greatest things about having a remote job, especially in the marketing world, a lot of things can be scheduled out. I mean, there's meetings I can't miss, and things like that. I got to make sure posts go out every day for social media, make sure ads are kept up, websites kept up. But a lot of that I can do at night. And then if I have something that comes up during the day, a doctor appointment for the kids, maybe I want to just take the kids to a zoo for a couple hours in the middle of the day because no one's there, I can do it. Now, I'm not going to say that you can do that with all remote jobs, because my brother's wife actually works from home too, but she's a banker, so she has more set hours, actually has people who she's talking to on the phone, but there's still flexibility there. Hey baby, what you measuring? What are you gonna measure? look for startups. They're the ones who are more likely to hire for remote positions, and most of them are family focused, so they'll like the fact that you have kids and want to put that focus in on your job. Tip number 3 has to do with the type of jobs to look for remote work. And you could go and do something like work for a MLM, try to sell products through DMing people. And you know what? Some people make that work and they make a lot of money off of it, and more power to them, because if you're good at it, you're good at it. But a lot of people aren't good at that. So if you want to try it out, try it out. You never know what's going to happen. The online world's a crazy place, so maybe it'll take off. But I would say the safer option is to apply for jobs at actual companies in this type of position. So there are assistance jobs. So you are an assistant to someone, and basically you're scheduling out their day. You have phone calls that you are taking for them. You're putting things on their schedule. You have a lot of emails that you're answering. Something that you have a little more flexibility without the day for, because honestly, you can answer the phone in most cases with a kid around, or you can answer emails with kids around during nap time, and you have nighttime you can do all that stuff. Another job, of course, in my realm, marketing. Marketing is a very easy job to do from home. I mean, I honestly don't know why more marketing jobs aren't from home. There are elements that being remote make things more difficult, like we don't have an office where we all can get together and talk about things and plan things out. But a lot of it you can do through Zoom calls, you can do on the phone. And in the marketing world, I mean, it's just so much better, since with social media, you're always looking and on your phone and trying to keep up with customers. So the fact that you can do that throughout the day, you don't have that strict schedule, it really, really makes the work-life balance a lot easier. So marketing jobs, another big position to look for, that a lot of them are remote. Another one is part-time accounting or full-time accounting jobs. A lot of times those accounting jobs, they let you do it from home, because things like payroll or just keeping up with the books, inventory, whatever it is, you can do that stuff from home, and a lot more companies are letting accountants do that from home. So if you're any sort of accounting experience, I would look into that. And then of course there are jobs like the bank teller job. There's not as much flexibility, but you still do get to work from home, which is a nice perk. You don't have to drive to an office. And there's other ones where I'm sure you got like the pamphlets from the hospital, where it's like you answer calls for like medical services and things like that. So there's jobs like that which aren't as flexible. I'm trying to focus on the ones where you actually have more flexibility in your schedule, which is usually in accounting, marketing, and then any sort of assistant job for a company that is a nice company to work for, because sometimes assistant jobs can be hell if it's not a company that's good to work for. But definitely look in those fields, and even if you aren't exactly experienced in those fields, something like marketing, honestly, if you have sales experience, you've worked in a business in any sort of creative realm, you definitely can get a marketing job, or have the ability to learn how to do a marketing job. Yes, there's technical stuff that you'll have to learn along the way, but if you have that personality where you can just sell something, you're already set up to be a marketer. Number 4, when you go into a remote job interview, make sure that you are super confident and know exactly what the position's going to entail off of what the job description is. So one thing that I do with any job interview that I've ever went into in my life is I study that company, I make a presentation for them and send it to them before the interview, and I also hone in what skills do I have that I can reflect onto the position to make myself get that job. So yes, know the position that you're applying for, and make sure you can apply any skills that you have in any past jobs to that position. It's honestly the best way to go into an interview, is just be super prepared and know exactly why you fit that job. And I have to say, I've done a lot of interviewing with people, and not everyone does that preparation. So if you have just that little edge up on your competition because you are going that extra mile, you're gonna be golden. I mean, that you're gonna go a lot further in the interviewing process than anyone else. So I would just spend a lot of time prepping yourself, especially if it's a job that you really, really, really want. Make sure that you're prepared for it. And make sure that you're confident in yourself, because you are gonna have a lot of just you having to manage your own time and manage your own self in a remote position. And when you go into an interview, people are looking, does this person have that ability? So that's another thing you want to stress when they ask questions about like your organization, your time management. My last tip is don't give up. So if you go and apply for a job, you think you have a great interview, you don't get it, that happens to the best of us. Anyone who's been in the workforce, you don't get every job that you think you are shooing to get. You learn that the hard way along the way. Don't worry though, there's always another position, and a lot of times you didn't get a job for a good reason. I've found that out too many times in my life. There have been too many jobs that either I have wanted or I got, and maybe they weren't exactly what you expected. So make sure that you are very, very, very prepped in your mindset that there is going to be rejection, there is going to be failure, but it's temporary and you're going to find something. So keep applying, keep looking, and just don't give up. If you really want to be a work from home mom and you really want to make it happen where you could be bringing in some sort of income, whether it's full-time or part-time, you're going to find a way, because we're moms. I mean, moms know how to be flexible. They know how to push for what they want. You're going to do it. You're going to be great, and you're going to be able to manage it all. I'm going to do a video later this week about how to manage your time as a work from home mom, because it's not always the easiest. Sometimes kids are a little bit more demanding on some days.
Mama.
Hi, baby. Sometimes kids are a little bit more demanding on some days than others, but you can always make it work. You can always make it work. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions, please comment them down below. I am all ears for tips, answering any questions you have, and really just guiding you in the right direction for how to find a remote job. I am so passionate about letting moms, live their life and have a career while also being moms. I think it's like we're in a generation right now, a world that we really can make that happen, and not feel as much mom guilt because we're working but also getting to see our kids grow up. So if you like this video, give it a like. Comment down below your questions, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.